Hey, Sutonia here. In this video I'm going to talk about the Tiericide changes to Stasis Webifiers that are coming in the March patch. The Tech 1 Stasis Webifier is going to remain the same as currently, and there are going to be two meta varieties, compact and enduring. The enduring web will be based on the old X5 web. It will have the same fitting requirements as Tech 1, and use 2.5 times less cap than Tech 1 and compact, and 3 times less cap to activate than the Tech 2 web. Again, this could become an interesting option for holding tackle on neuting ships and for players with lower capacitor skills in tackling roles. All the meta webs will have a strength of 55%. The compact web will be based on the old fleeting web, which used to be better than Tech 2 in every way. This will have the same CPU cost of the old Langua drive disruptor, with slightly higher web strength than currently. I believe this compact Stasis Webifier will probably become the default go-to web. The Tech 2 web will be unchanged, and it will probably become a bit more a popular option with the X5 and fleeting webs no longer competing with the 60% speed reduction that it has. I think the most significant changes to these webs are going to impact the Serpentis pirate ships, which could previously use fleeting web at 22 CPU to achieve 90% webs. Now they will need to find an extra 8 CPU to use the Tech 2, or they're going to need to pay out for a Federation or Shadow Serpentis faction web. Otherwise, I don't feel like these changes will impact all that much. Moving over to faction modules, there will be 3 tiers just like with Scrams and Disruptors. A compact tier which has the lowest fitting requirements, middle strength but the shortest range at 13 kilometers. This group includes Kandid Navy, Dread Groosters, Kodari Navy and Darkblood. An interesting thing here is that currently the best fitting web requires 18 CPU, but the new compact tier will only require 16 CPU. Most of these webs are getting boosted. The only outlier is the Darkblood web, which is training 1 kilometer range for 2 CPU better fitting requirements. The strength tier will include Shadow Serpentis, Federation Navy and also now the True Sancho web. They will have identical stats to the Navy web on TQ, and this is a pretty big buff to the Shadow Serpentis webs, which are currently weaker, and True Sancho will lose 1 kilometer optimal, but they'll gain the same strength as Federation Navy webs. The range tier will include Domination and a brand new Republic Fleet Stasis Webifier. These will have the longest range while also having the same fitting requirements as the compact tier at 16 CPU, but the downside is they'll have a weaker strength at only 50% slowdown. For officer webs, they have abandoned plans to convert them into Stasis Scrabblers, as there was a lot of feedback surrounding that. They are being renamed to heavy webs, and all the officer webs are being boosted up to 60%. The CPU on all of them is being unified at 18, which they all used to have except for the Hackins web for some reason, and the cap and range are remaining the same. This may increase the popularity of some of the lower meta officer webs, especially on Pimptail Serpentis ships like the Vindicator. There isn't really that much significant impact here in this Tiericide. Like I mentioned, only the Serpentis ships are probably going to struggle a bit more with fitting requirements or spending more ISK for 90% webs, and the new 60 CPU webs may help out with some fits. Hope you enjoyed the summary on the web Tiericide. Thanks for watching.